Alright, how is it going, everyone? Yes, I know everyone is completely disappointed by this. I'm disappointed too, but yep, here it is again. Not another needle game. A game that, basically made me just completely stop playing I wanna be the guy fine games, because as you can see by the amount of time that I wasted playing this game, the game was just getting long, and it always told you that it was gonna stop, and it never stopped. So I just quit and stopped playing it. Although I didn't really give up, I just wanted to stop playing it for a bit. But it seems that waiting for Touhou 17 really makes you do the stupidest stuff, like for example playing this game. But that's fine. I mean, it's like the perfect thing, because it's something that is probably gonna take me 2 weeks to beat, if I can even beat it, that is. So, let's get started, right? I don't even know where I was, but yeah, I remember how much of a pain in the ass this game was, and is. So basically, for those who don't know, this game, wait, let me decrease the volume a little bit. This game is basically, you have to play the whole game, and then you have to play the whole game again in reverse, or harder, I guess you should say. Hey, yummy gummies, you did not expect it? Yeah, I also did not expect it, but that's how it felt. Yeah, I remember now how it felt. I really remember now how it felt to play this game. And I'm already regretting my decision, but hey, it's too late now, and I'm assuming that I have to avoid the switches, right? And I have to avoid them on the way back too. Holy shit. Well, see, this is what happens when you're waiting for a game and you don't know what to play. You start playing stuff like this. But it's fine, don't worry about it. I'm used to playing painful games like this. Damn it. Wait, so an additional spike comes out, damn. Okay. Wait, no, it doesn't come out, then how did I get hit? Oh, whatever. So I just gotta jump really low, that's it. Hey, can you stop hitting switches? That would be great. That would be pretty neat, in fact. But yeah. I mean, I really didn't have any other game planned to play other than this. If I had any other game, because there are games like Wings of V and Rabi-Ribi that I wanted to play, but the thing about those games is that I probably want to play for them for an extended amount of time, right? So let's say that I'm really into those games, and then Touhou 17 releases. I have to stop playing them. So that's why I wanted to play this game. This is a game that is gonna take me a lot of time to finish, and at the same time, I wouldn't mind to just stop playing it if Touhou releases before I beat it, because fuck this game. In any case, I hope my salt for the game is not too bad. But yeah, I really, at first I was like, the game is not bad, it's just that, has some poor choices in design, in, background design, graphic design, right? It's not really inspired. The narrator sucks. All that shit. But the gameplay is solid, right? That's how I basically describe this game. But holy shit, if it's just frustrating to play like any other fun game of this. I mean, in fact, this game is the one that I just wanted to stop playing fun games because of this. When I say fun games, I mean I wanna be the guy fun games. Like, this is the game that made me want to stop playing them. So that really tells you a lot about the game. And for a lot of people, I think what really made me want to stop playing fun games is the fact that a lot of people say that this is an excellent game. A lot of people from the community, that is. So if this is a good game, I don't really want to expect... I don't know what to expect from the others, right? Both of those require an immense amount of time, but are excellent though. Yeah, I heard nothing but good things about both games. I mean, basically Wings of B is made by Solgreen, the genius behind Boshi, so... That's also something else that really fucks me up when it comes to this community, right? The I wanna be the guy community. Boshi is seen as one of the worst fun games, despite being amazing. The reason why it's seen as one of the worst fun games is because it doesn't use the standard physics. But like, who gives a shit what's the standard if the game is good? I don't know. I don't want to talk shit about the community either because I barely even know that I want to be the guy community, but holy shit. If this is a good game and Boshi is a bad game, then alright. I mean, that's fine. I'm not saying that's a bad opinion or anything, but I just don't share it. But you know, that's enough talking shit about the game. Let's just focus on beating it so I don't have to touch it ever again. Although that's easier said than done, obviously. That's obviously easier said than done. Why does that spike rise? Like, what's the difference? I mean, you will have to jump over that anyways. Hey Thundit, how is it going? You know, I'm back in the wild ride that this game is. I see you playing a lot of games recently. Yeah, that's because I'm waiting for Touhou 17 to release. So I don't know what to play, so instead I'm just playing whatever I can find, right? And this is one of the games that I still haven't finished, and it's probably gonna take me a while to finish. So it's probably the best game to play before Touhou 17 releases. That's the good thing. So, and the other good thing, as I also mentioned, is that if Touhou releases, but I haven't finished the game, I have no problem on completely dropping it. I don't mind. I already dropped this once. I don't have any problem, you know, dropping it again. A lot of it is just that people are sick of Boshi and people thinking that all fun games are Boshi hacks, but Boshi is still an excellent fun game on the community for the most part. Yeah, but I feel like that's the same kind of hipster mentality that, I don't know, if you, in the Touhou community, let's say that someone say that Touhou Sits is a bad game because everyone likes it, right? And nobody cares that much about the following games. I mean, Touhou Sits is great, just because it's probably the most popular one, obviously doesn't mean it's bad. Even when people don't give a shit about newer Touhou games for the most part, Touhou Sits is still an amazing game. So amazing in fact that it's probably one of the few Touhou games that has no you know, intrusive mechanics when it comes to lives and, you know, resources, right? I saw your Mushihime-sama and Donpachi Resurrection stream. Nice. Yeah, I really like those two games. I'm probably gonna play them again sometime, but I thought Boshi was good, just wasn't a fan of the mashing. Yeah, the mashing was the worst, but I don't feel like discrediting the game just for the mashing does it justice. But I think that, again, a lot of people discredit Boshi because of the physics. Since they are not standard physics, a lot of people are like, it's not even a real fun game, right? But, like, who gives a shit if it's considered real or not? All that matters is that it's good, it's fun, right? Pretty sure most people in I Wanna Be the Guy community like Bosch, it's just that some people hate it. Yeah, I guess that's the way it is. But again, I feel like the most insulting part is how many people hate Boshi and praise this game. I mean, again, I'm not saying the game is necessarily bad, but like when I compare the fun factor, wait a second. Are you expecting me to do a... Oh, never mind. Okay, I can just do it. I forgot that was a mechanic in the game. Never mind. I thought that was insanely hard, but no. It was just pressing down. This floor actually took 15 minutes to make, not seconds. Ooh. I think Boshi like fun games will be better for you. Yeah, I saw some adventure fun games, but I don't know. I feel like I mean, I don't want to blame it on this game because it's obviously my fault. I don't want to put the blame on the game, but it's kind of like how this game showed me every type of jump and every way that they can be used to, you know, fuck you up, and the fact that they repeat so much, even with different mechanics, because, you know, this game has a lot of different mechanics, but most of the jumps are here, right? It's kind of like it kind of spoiled me because I know what to expect from the other games. Like the other games have more or less this kind of jumps, just in a more colorful setting. So I'm like, yeah, whatever, right? They do like it. Boshi is a true fun game, more similar to I Wanna Be a Guy than 90% of fun game. Yeah, I know that, but you know, I think, again, as I said before, what really is fucked up is when you look at the comparison, right? When you have people saying this game is amazing and people saying that Boshi is mediocre at best. It's like, I mean, I don't see people talking shit about this game, but you know, they do sure love to talk shit about Boshi, that's for sure. I think depending on the game can have a lot of variety. Yeah, I guess, again, I don't want to blame it on the game, but this game just left a pretty bad taste. But, you know, at some point I'm obviously gonna run out of games to play, so I'm definitely, most likely gonna come back to the fun games. I don't know, maybe, maybe not, who knows. I mean, after all, these are platforming games. Platforming games are kinda like my home. They are my favorite genre of games, so I'm definitely coming back to the fun games at some point, but for now I'm just playing this as a way to wait for Touhou 17, that's it. I guess the Touhou 6 comparison is decent. Yeah, well, you know, I kinda used to be a hipster like that, right? I kinda used to be like, damn, Touhou 6 is not even that great. How can many people prefer it over Touhou whatever, right? Whatever Touhou can come to your mind, but you know, when you actually play it, and when you actually try to distance yourself from the hipster mentality, Touhou Six is such a good game. It's so well made. Especially considering that it's the first Windows game that Sun ever made. It's such a good game. Personally though, I do think I will somewhat like this game, probably since I've done much worse than it in the past and I seem to like it. Yeah, it's obviously a preference kind of thing. It definitely is. And I do like platforming, it's just that this game feels excessively limiting, right? Even in the other levels, right, or floors, I guess I should say, where it has way more colors and the presentation is overall better. Even in those levels, I feel claustrophobic trying to jump over these spikes and all that stuff, right? Also, is this some alignment stuff? I don't think I can have any other alignment anyways. Well, shit. No, it's definitely not alignment stuff. It's just getting good stuff. Speaking of platform, I got all the A and C side goldens in Celeste. I can definitely say hard platforming Fungus has made the more popular platformers look easy, really in comparison. Even if the A side lane was one of the most annoying things I ever done, are they nowhere near the most difficult. Yeah, obviously games like the fun games really spoil you when it comes to difficulty, right? Like if I play, I don't know, let's say something like Rayman, right? Like the Rayman platforming game made by Ubisoft. I mean, playing this after playing something like this is kind of like, I don't know, driving a Formula 1 car and then all of a sudden you're riding a little cart. And it's like, damn. But you know, I guess it's just a matter of mood, right? Sometimes you don't feel in the mood to do hard things like this, and some other times you don't feel in the mood to do easy things, right? So I guess depending on how you feel, either game can be good even after you play something like this. Has the most iconic characters by far. I think the general outsider thinks of Touhou as the vampire sister Raymond Maris and Cyrano. Yeah, but I don't mean just in the sense of the characters. I mean in the sense of gameplay. Touhou Six is one of the few Touhou games that has no added mechanics, right? Literally, Touhou Six has Focus, Dead Bomb, Grace, and that's it. That's all the mechanics that Touhou Six has. So it means that it has the standard mechanics from almost every game and nothing else added. I feel like that's something that can be really understated, considering how, at least I feel, you know, how the following Touhou games got a lot more intrusive when it comes to mechanics. So, in that sense, Touhou Six is an amazing game. Obviously, when it comes to iconic characters, yeah, no doubt that Touhou Six has the most iconic characters, but just from a gameplay perspective, it's just really one of the best, just for its simplicity, right? The bullet hell part of the Fungus seems to be on par with actual bullet hell. I've been getting pretty stuck on some things recently. Almost beat Ame no Norigoto in Touhou recently. Wait, is that from the new game? Damn it, if that's from the new game, that's... Well, I mean, that's a spoiler on the name, which I don't know if that's really that important, because the name is Ame no Norigoto is 5. Oh, the one from Yatsuhashi. Alright, I gotcha. Yeah. No resource, of course, and there's always certain bosses in bullet hills like Cave True Final Boss. Yeah. The true final bosses in cave games are pretty fucked up. Are really fucked up. And they are definitely something that I can't even dream of even doing. So yeah, I can tell you that they are pretty fucked up. Although I can probably do them in the novice modes of those games, right? Since the Steam version of Dodonpachi and Mushihime-sama has a novice mode. I think Dead Smiles has a novice mode too. So maybe I can do the true last boss in those modes, but yeah, definitely not in the normal modes. Damn, what the hell is wrong with this jump? Well, I guess it's not just the jump, but the fact that I have to perfectly land on the other platform. Damn, now look at what's up there. This is gonna be a pain in the ass. Having gotten a lot better, I mean, Norigoto, I can say confidently it's either almost or is PDH difficulty. Yeah. Hey, at least this game is not PDH, right? That's the best thing that I can think of. Yeah, honestly, some of the impossible spell cards are, you know, pretty on par with PDH. Although, you know, PDH will make for a pretty good impossible spell card, right? I mean, it kinda is. After 5.52 everything should be fine until 8.8. I think it's very specific spell cards, the ones that are definitely the hardest. Obviously most of them are from day 10, but you know, I think I have gotten most of the day 9 spell cards. The day 9 spell cards are not that bad. 10-4 is another one. Yeah, 10-4, which is Remilia's Fitful Nightmare, is, well, a nightmare. It is indeed a nightmare. Except that you can't wake up. That's the problem. Only at 5.2 though, since I want to beat it before moving on. Damn, that's some pretty amazing... what's the word for this? It's not motivation, although it's definitely really good motivation, but I think the word is determination? Yeah, I think that's the word I'm looking for. That's a lot of determination to just, you know, stay at the level you are without playing any of the following ones until you beat it without items. That's some pretty amazing determination for sure. Good stuff. I got the boss almost killed, just a few seconds left, and got bad note RNG again. Damn. Yeah, a lot of those spell cards really boil down to bad RNG. Getting really good at attack now though, I can actually read it and I find it fun, to be honest. I mean, after playing it for so long, definitely will be recommended to be having fun. have 3,000 attempts? Damn. That's more attempts than I have at PDH. Which is not saying much, considering that if I actually try to capture PDH, I will probably have 10,000 attempts. Dude, what the fuck? I'm always getting killed there. Holy shit. Like, it seems that I cannot safely land on that one. That's insane. I have like 13,000 attempts on PDH, although I captured it quite a few times. Yeah, I wanted to beat the apparent Soon's record of 2,000 attempts, but I definitely couldn't. I'm too bad. But you know, whatever. I think I already given up on PDH. I mean, when I say given up, I mean in the sense that I don't think I can realistically capture it. I will keep trying though. I mean, if I get a lucky run, that's all I need. One lucky run is all I need. But you know. Yeah, I don't realistically expect that to happen. Holy mother of shumps. I don't even know what I'm doing wrong in this shump. It doesn't seem like I'm doing anything wrong, it just feels like I suck, which is exactly what's happening probably. I think PDH is something you have to really dedicate time to it, enjoying it also makes things a lot more pleasant. Yeah, I think that's the problem, enjoying it. Oh shit! Oh, and this shitty mechanic with the lights. Fuck. I just forgot about this mechanic. You have to hurry up. You know, this is one of the reasons why I completely hated this game at the beginning. It's basically the second level. You know, if you are playing on the normal version of the level, it is the second level. The second level having this shitty mechanic of the blackout, it's so fucked up. I hate blackouts, not flackouts. That's not even a word, as far as I know at least. These diagonals require a lot of stutters. Yeah, something that I definitely haven't practiced at all. Also, it's pretty amazing how much these games make my hand hurt. And when I say these games, I mean platforming games. Because to be quite honest, things like Danmaku games don't make my fingers hurt. But this shit really makes it hurt. To know what the really precise middle games look like, those are basically our 3D simulators. Yeah, which is kind of like the reason that I'm not interested in harder fun games. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I quit Osu. Osu is a reading game that requires so much hand stamina and precision that it's almost impossible to become a top player and to not suffer of RSI. And I'm like, it isn't really worth it. I mean, investing time in a game is something, right? But literally sacrificing parts of your body for a game is like, nah, dude. I mean, I don't have any problem if you wanna do it, right? But when it comes to me, nah, definitely not. I mean, I'm already investing a lot of time, which is already the most valuable resource, right? So if not only time but also physical effort to the point of almost disability is what I need to be good at a game, I'm like, yeah, no thanks, I'm fine. You know, which is the reason why I like Danmaku games so much, right? Danmaku games are incredibly hard, but as far as I know, they don't require you to have any physical practice, right? Like you need a lot of mental practice and good reflexes, but you don't need to be physically strong to play those games. I only play the precise needle games for a short time now. I never had problems with any injuries, but after a while I can even look at the screen after pressing restart 10,000 times in 10 minutes. Yeah, that's definitely something I can understand. I mean, I can understand, I definitely can relate, because I haven't played anything that hard yet, and hopefully I never will. But yeah. Ouch. It's basically multi-frame frame perfect jumps or pixel perfect align dependence of pixel dependent. Low frame jumps, cancel jumps, yeah. Yeah, you can keep those. You definitely can keep those. I don't mind. I definitely don't mind. Yeah. Definitely pretty fucked up. And it's definitely something that, as I also said before, not something that I feel that is a good stream experience, right? At least not for the viewers. I mean, at least not for most of the viewers. Obviously, I know that there are people that don't mind watching me retry over and over again the same section, but yeah. After a while, most aren't even too bad anymore because I just gotten too good, but some unholy abominations still get me. Yeah, I can see that. Keyboard ASMR. Can you even hear my keyboard here? I don't think you can. I mean, after all, this is a... No, of course. Yeah, I mean, this is a membrane keyboard after all. If you could hear it, I will give you a medal. Or I will give your ears a medal. Keyboard ASMR is perfect for those types of games. I don't know, when it comes to listening to key presses, I don't really like it. I don't really like listening to key presses, which is one of the reasons that I don't like mechanic keyboards. They are just too loud. Like, I understand that some people like that sound, but definitely not me. I know that there are obviously louder and more quiet options, right? But yeah, it doesn't help that mechanical keyboards are so unholy expensive that I don't think the change is worth it. I mean, I was talking about this today at my workplace, right? The comparison between membrane and mechanic, right? Like, it doesn't matter how better it technically is to use a mechanic keyboard. The price difference is just not worth it. I mean, it's like trying to buy a candy, like let's say a strawberry flavor candy, right? That is of this size, right? and it's worth $1. Let's just say a ridiculous amount, right? It's worth $1, and then you have this candy that is also strawberry flavored, and it's worth $10, right? So, I mean, sure, it's better because it's bigger, right? And you have more out of the candy, but like that price difference is just not worth it. My keyboard is really low when I'm playing platforming. Luckily I'm wearing headphones so I don't have to listen to it much. Yeah, even when I'm playing Celeste it's really loud. Yeah, I don't really like that. Which is the reason why I really treasure this keyboard a lot. This keyboard that I'm using, I don't know if you can see it from here, and I can't really move it too much. That's a Logitech K120. It's a pretty cheap keyboard, like an insanely cheap keyboard. I think it's only $5, maybe $4 even. But damn, it's so good. I mean, the keys are nice. It seems that it has nice durability since it's a Logitech keyboard. Usually Logitech keyboards have, you know, good durability. And, you know, it's just nice. It has a nice shape. You know, the only bad thing that this keyboard in particular has is that it doesn't have any multimedia keys. So you can increase or decrease the volume from here. That's my only complaint, but I mean, you can get something from the exact same price that also has multimedia keys, right? So it's just that I really didn't pay attention when I bought this one, so I didn't realize that it didn't have them. But it's honestly not that big of a deal, right? But yeah, basically my main complaint for mechanical keyboards is just how damn expensive they are. My keyboard isn't even that low, I'm just pressing the keys too hard. Damn. Yeah, I'm usually pretty soft when it comes to using peripherals. I try to, you know, make them last the most that I can, so I never go hard on them. I think the only exception that I can think of are some of the PS2 controllers back in the day when I used to play games like Dragon Ball Z, Budokai Tenkaichi. You know, when powers in that game clashed, you had to rotate the analog stick like crazy. I think that's the only time that I've been hard into a peripheral, and even then I felt guilty when doing that, so I tried to do it, you know, in the least damaging way, right? But yeah, I've always been soft for peripherals. I mean, honestly, when peripherals are so expensive, you really have to, especially in a country like this. Speaking of Celeste, good lord, is still annoying. I don't think I've done anything that long, even if it's not that difficult. Well, I mean, that's the reason why I didn't go for the golden strawberries. The golden strawberries are just, you know, something that I don't feel that is worth my time, because I enjoy the game a lot for what it is. I don't want to, you know, start to think bad of the game just because of the golden strawberries. So I just opted myself out of them, and I just, you know, try to get everything else that I could, right? Like the hearts and the wing strawberries. Yeah, golden strawberries is just a little bit too much. You know, I'm already regretting playing this game, but damn, I don't know what else to do. At least I hope that this stage is over soon. When I say stage, I mean stage and not floor, because even if this floor is over, there is still 6 more that have this shitty blackout mechanic. The 7A run took me 16 minutes and 10 seconds of not making a mistake. It didn't even take that long, just a few hours, but it's so boring. Yeah. Yeah, that's the reason why I don't like the golden strawberries. It doesn't feel fun to me to play them. I preemptively jumped there for no reason. I could have done that if I double jump a little bit later. I mean earlier. If the double jump was a little bit earlier, I probably could have done that. But, you know, I didn't. At least overall the B-sides should be more enjoyable since they are shorter, except 7B. But they are barely shorter. I mean, a lot of the B-sides are pretty long. I mean, yeah, 7B is one of them, but I feel like most of them are kinda long. And hard. They actually half as long as the A sides. Yeah, I guess that's because, you know, every screen is like an obstacle, right? Some of the A sides just have screens that are there for, you know, decoration, right? Some of them have most of the difficulty in the first part, which is great. I see. It's been a while since I played that game, so I don't really remember too much about them, but I do remember that the B-sides were really hard. And pretty enjoyable too. Which is why I felt like the C-sides were so disappointing. They definitely weren't harder than the B-sides. I mean, like the difficulty was a lot more compressed, but they were so damn short. This is like Golden's Realm was exactly the same as doing the levels normally. In terms of difficulty, you mean? Yeah, I guess that's about right. Yes, because the first two screens are usually free and the third one is the only difficult one. I remember the last screen for the last seaside. That was pretty cool. It was pretty long, like you had to do all this straight line horizontally. It was pretty fun, but yeah, it was pretty long too. But it definitely was enjoyable. Damn it, my hands. I guess it's the fact that I'm getting tense because I'm repeating the same part over and over again. Goldens were quite enjoyable actually. 1A and 2A weren't too bad, but all the other A sides are hell. I mean, I think, you know, I kinda enjoyed the Golden Ridge, or whatever it's called, which is the 4A. I mean, that one was alright. I can't really say the same about the rest. Funny because I didn't even spend much time on it, it's just boring at times. Yeah, I understand. 4A is one of the easiest ones. Yeah, I guess that explains why I got it before 3A. Yeah, 3A is a nightmare. I haven't done it yet, and I probably never will, but 3A is one of the worst ones. Yeah, it's a pretty long, pretty long level. It's basically memorize 10 minutes of cycles. Yeah, I definitely can see that. The cycles on chapter 3 are what makes it bad. All memorization, huh? Well, I mean, I really wouldn't say that something like, you know, 6A is anything better, right? Or wait, 7A? I don't. Which one is the one that you get a double jump? I think it was either 6 or 7. Whichever it was, I wouldn't really say that that's much better. 7A, yeah, that one. I mean, it would be really hard for me to say that, say, 7A. It's just horribly long. Yeah, that's pretty much the case. "16 minutes? Damn. That's a little bit too much." Speaking of a little bit too much, how long have I been on this shitty room already? Like, holy shit. I think it's been like half an hour and I'm still trying to beat this piece of trash. Like, holy shit, dude. Give me a break. I passed most of the level first try too since I practice a lot. Try took me 12 minutes. Damn. Since A was 10, while 5A was 8. I see. Yeah, definitely something that I wouldn't like doing at all. All of these levels have one thing in common: the most difficult part is at the end. Yeah, like the most frustrating way of doing it. Seeds A is probably such a pain in the ass, because you have that platforming section at the beginning and then you have the boss fight. That's a pretty interesting. Boss fight is just knowing how to manipulate her. It takes a lot of practice to remember everything, and the boss fight is most of the difficulty in Seeds A. Yeah, I can imagine that. Damn, dude, it's getting really hard for me to play this. Like, I'm getting so destroyed that I don't know what to do. Like, holy shit, this is just utter destruction. It's like I'm playing one of the last floors, like before the game, you know, flips over, right? Like, holy shit, this is something else. Problem is that if I'm gonna take this long in beating one sorry ass level, I can't imagine what's gonna take to beat the whole thing. Ah, damn it. Seeds A also gave me the most trouble along with 8A because the boss has so many things that every time I got there something I never experienced before will get me. 8A was all my fault though, it was really not that bad but I kept screwing it up. Yeah, I mean 8A is pretty... I mean it is pretty hard though. 8A is I mean... a lot of the jumping there has to be really precise. So, yeah, the infamous core. I just gotta like take a little breather here because I really don't know what to do. It's like I'm screwing up in a way that I didn't expect to. Damn it. too high again. Well, I made 8A is the most difficult, but there's a skip early on, which is the most difficult part of the run. So it's really short. I had it all mastered. I just kept doing things that I really shouldn't. Yeah, I can see that the skip is the most difficult part. I mean, it's pretty precise and you could lose, but it's only 5 screens in, while the rest is difficult but doable. It also is as annoying as 3A since there are so many cycles. I see. Yeah, I can feel that. I didn't know about the skip though, but yeah, I can definitely feel that it's a pretty frustrating level. Just like this one. 5A also has a skip that I use. Dang. Oh, come on, dude. Can I just beat this floor and forget that it exists? Both save over a minute. Yeah, that's some pretty good timing. A pretty good save, I mean. Since A has a skip that saves a few seconds, but you can lose to it and it's early on. I see. Oh, come on. Just can't do it. Damn, I'm really tempted to do Alt F4 right now. I mean, the keys are right here. Actually, I don't even think I can do Alt F4 in this game. I don't think it even works. But damn, I really want to. Especially when I'm stuck at, you know, floors like this. It's just too much. And this isn't even that hard. I mean, it is hard, but I mean, compared to most of the shit that you have to beat later on, just hoping the B-sides aren't going to be worse than A-side, shouldn't though, since other than 7B, the really long levels have been dealt with. I think Alt F4 will maximize the game. In there's games where Alt F4 gives you full screen. Well, only one way to find out. No, it actually closed the game. But you know, damn. Now it's pretty hard for me to open it again. But I guess I gotta do it. Okay, at least the fit is back there. Damn. I wish I could wait a second. Oh, okay. Alright. That got me scared for a second. That got me scared because that image was from a previous level for some reason. Maybe because I didn't close the game properly or some shit. Whew. I gotta do something, might come back later though. Alright. Thanks a lot for hanging out on it. and well, have a good night, or you know, whatever time of the day is. Yeah, I mean, if you do come back, don't worry, I'm probably gonna be here still, so you probably won't miss anything, so don't worry about it. Never mind, alright, I'm not gonna be there when you come back, but that's fine. Damn. Cannot reach the switch, but if you look, you can still see the warp. Try touching its corner. Is that true? Can I actually touch the warp in the corner? Or is that just a shibate? Well, I don't think it's gonna be a shibate, because I don't think there's any way to beat this level otherwise. Have to... There we go, nice. Diagonals. Again, more diagonals. Alright, I think I can deal with them. Damn, the blackout shit is gonna be outrageous in this stage. I wonder... Oh, but you have a light down there, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Considering that I have a light, I can probably use it to see where I'm going. I wonder what happens if you try to reach the secret here, which obviously doesn't exist anymore. I wonder if you're just gonna fall through the stage or what. You know, I'm starting to dislike diagonals, I gotta say. I mean, obviously their difficulty depends on where they are placed, right? Like, depends on where you have to dodge them. Some diagonals are naturally easy because of the way they are placed. I don't think these ones are really that kind of diagonals though. These are the ones that are a pain in the ass to jump over. Maybe with the exception of the first one. But yeah, diagonals like the one here are just a pain in the ass. Now, you know, this drop jump is not that bad. Also, holy shit, that previous level took like 45 minutes. That's insane. Maybe even more than that. And this is only like the first levels. There is still 160 floors to go. That's just insane, dude. It seems that my problem right here are those diagonals right there. And you know, the worst part about this, and the reason why I hate this blackout mechanic, is that I can't just stop and think about that jump. I just can't. because if I do that, the lights are obviously gonna run out, as you can see here, which is obviously gonna make it impossible to beat, or at least close to impossible. Yeah, that jump seems to be the hard part. The problem is that I probably have to do it again. Although it's gonna be different, but... okay. Come on, dude. Damn, look who is here. We have Mr. Aldo, aka the guy that doesn't want to stream because he's afraid to be rusty. Also, how is it going, Mr. Aldo? I mean... this game is fucking me up a lot, let me tell you that. Basically, before you arrived, I got stuck in a floor for literally 45 minutes. 45 minutes stuck on a damn floor. It was a nightmare, and it's looking like the same is gonna happen for this floor. So yeah, I'm afraid that I'm gonna get stuck here for another good you know, 40 minutes maybe, I don't know, but damn, definitely a pain in the ass for sure. You know what's even more disgusting than dying this much is the title that I come up with for this stream. Has to be one of the shittiest titles that I could have done, but damn, I think it was worth it. How do I even do that? Maybe I should practice that jump before trying to... like, that works, but can I just hold right there? No, you can't hold right. That's a problem. Definitely is. Alright. I have a feeling that this is gonna take just as long as the previous level. The previous floor. That's something that I also hate about this game. I have to call the levels floors. Why? It's anti-natural. I mean, I understand the floors are the individual sections and the levels are the, you know, a group of floors, but like, it's so unnatural. I don't want to say floor. Who the fuck wants to say floor when I'm referring to a screen? Especially considering that the elevator, which is the one that takes you to different levels, like that will be smart to call them floors, and then the screens inside the floors levels, but it's the other way around for some reason. This is just... Who do I do this? That's my question. I don't seem to find an appropriate answer. This really reminds me of when I was playing the last levels, right? On something like the floor 195, right? Or you know, not that one in particular, but like the floor 181, right? Floor 181, I remember it being a pain in the ass. It was the first one of the secret levels at the end. And holy shit, the amount of retries that I got on that level was insane. And it seems like the same thing is gonna be happening here. Oh, damn it. Maybe this was a bad idea after all. Maybe trying to beat this game was not my greatest idea. For sure. I thought it wasn't gonna be this much of a pain in the ass, at least on this first level. I obviously know that it's a pain in the ass in the later levels, right? But I expect at least these ones to be, you know, not that bad. Seems I was wrong. Okay, at least it's not Slug Scramble. Yeah, I guess you could say that. Who is it going, Riemann? I'm already regretting doing this. I'm completely regretting doing this. Like, holy shit, I am. Play some DDP Resurrection, damn. And how did it win? I mean, how did it go? That hyper spam stuff looks funny. Obviously, that's what makes Dodonpachi Daifukatsu so fun. The hyper thing, you can just cancel every single bullet, most of the bullets at the very least. It's so good. And it's well balanced because you can't cancel lasers unless you're using your laser, which means that you can't cancel bullets. Now, I'm not trying to run away, not yet. I might run away in a couple of streams, but not yet. Damn, how the fuck am I gonna do that jump? In some places you can charge hyper before previous run out. Yeah, that's if you use the power variation, or in, for example, the last section of level 2. You can do that with the bees. But if you play power mode, every bee replenishes half of your bar, and if I'm not mistaken, you can replenish your bar by killing enemies while hyper is activated. That's what makes power so good, obviously with the problem that you have no bombs. but you know. Also, is fixed lasers parable only with boost laser or with hyper master spark? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you like the big ass lasers. You can only, you know, confront them if you're using the hyperactivation laser. I'm pretty sure. Well, I think you can slow them down if you have a strong laser shot type. But yeah, some of them you can just make them retreat with a normal laser. It's a pretty interesting mechanic too. Resurrections for me looks better than original DDP. Well, obviously it looks better since it's newer, but yeah. I mean, I'm really glad that they choose Daifukatsu for the Steam port, but where the hell is Saidayosho? I mean, you already have it on Xbox 360, give it to me on PC, damn it. Wait a second. Maybe it's on the Windows Store. Is it? Probably not, right? Like if you go, it's on Emus. I mean, yeah, you can emulate the arcade version, but I mean, I would like to play the whole collection that includes Black Label and all of that. Unless you mean that you can emulate the 360 version, which, I mean, I guess that works, but I mean, I would like to support them by playing it, but they just don't release it on Steam. I don't know what's taking them so long. It really pains me, because it's a game that I will have no problem buying. In fact, I would love to, but they are just not releasing them. I don't think my CPU is enough to emulate 360. Yeah, I think 360 is not really that well emulable nowadays. Not yet. But the thing is that collection is perfect. It's called Dodonpachi Maximum. It's a pretty good collection. It's basically like Resurrection, but for Saidayosho. So yeah, it's a big shame that it's not here. You know, I guess at some point they are gonna bring it to Steam. I mean, they have to. But you know, considering that a lot of the games from Xbox Live are now on Windows 10 on the Microsoft Store, I wonder if Dodonpachi Maximum is there. Probably not, but I mean, I will check it out now, but if I open Microsoft Store right now, it's probably gonna destroy and crash my PC like the piece of trash it is, so I don't wanna risk it. Besides, it probably will, you know, I mean, it's just trash, let's just say that. Speaking about emulation, I played a bit of Persona 5 with 720p 30 frames per second to fix some glitch, and just realized how iRape 720p 30 frames per second is. Well, I mean, when you're used to 60 frames per second, watching 30 frames per second can be a little bit hard, indeed. I don't know how to make that jump, dude. Like, I'm trying to practice it here, right? I don't think I can consistently do it. That's the worst part. I definitely can't just walk off. But if I do a short hop, I mean, it's just a hard diagonal, but just go to the net save room and enable patches back. I mean, that's one of the worst parts that consoles have. Like, a lot of games are locked behind 30 frames per second. And, you know, sometimes 30 frames per second is not that bad. But damn, in some other cases, it's just... yeah, it is that bad. Return with 1080p 60 frames per second. Yeah, definitely a lot better. I mean, I will stream at 1080 60 frames per second if my internet wasn't so trash. So I have to stick with 720. And sometimes even that's not enough. Sometimes I need to, you know, I mean, it is enough, it's just that sometimes I need to lower the bitrate to insane amounts because it doesn't work, right? So yeah, it sucks, but you know, welcome to shitty internet city, right? But I guess I can't complain lately, because lately it has been working properly. I hope that it keeps working like that. 720 sometimes feels like some soap hits your eye. Yeah, that depends on how you are watching it. Like, for example, when I watch Twitch streams in 720, I don't watch them in full screen, so they don't look that bad. However, if you go full screen and your native resolution is 1080, it definitely looks a little bit weird and a little bit hard on the eyes, but you know. I mean, internet still hasn't caught up to the point where it's good enough for me to stream at 1080p, sadly. So, guess we're stuck with this resolution, but you know, for games like this, for example, I definitely don't need 180p. Sorry, 1080p. 1080p for games like this is like a big waste. I mean, I guess there is the camera, but this camera native resolution, I'm pretty sure it's 720, so it wouldn't make any difference. I think, I'm not sure. Maybe it is 1080. I'm not entirely sure on that. It might be 1080. I know that it's 30 frames per second. I think. I'm pretty sure it is. You know, this camera is really good. This camera is like the perfect balance between, you know, price and quality. You know, a lot of cameras are either really bad shit, where, you know, the quality really suffers for low price, or incredibly pricey, where it is really good quality, but you have to pay the price, right? This one is the perfect balance. I think it's a Logitech C525, right? I think. 525, I'm pretty sure. Really good camera. Really recommend it. I mean, honestly, sometimes I think I'm becoming a Logitech fanboy, but it's just that every product of Logitech that I've used always turns out to be good. Maybe, obviously, there's probably exceptions, but so far I haven't experienced them. And speaking of exceptions, you know how a lot of people say that Razer is trash? Well, this is a pretty big exception right here. The Razer Avisus mouse. And a lot of people say that. A lot of people say that Razer quality is garbage except for mouses. I mean mice. Yeah, I know that the plural for mouse is mice, not mouses. So yeah. Good stuff. And you know, since Razer was, or I should say is, such a big name brand, I was like, well, I should buy a Razer mouse, right? Later on I realized that Razer wasn't that good, but apparently I got lucky with the mice, since they are actually good quality apparently. So yeah, good stuff. Holy shit, that's a lot of blood. A lot of blood. Also, I'm more and more thinking about switching to Ubuntu, but I have to do my tests first. I have to test how good it is, and once I'm sure that it's good enough, I guess I could make the switch, but you know, for now I'm stuck with Windows 10. You know, sometimes I really don't know if it's a hardware or a software problem, but sometimes the PC, my PC, will randomly crash. And I'm pretty sure that's a hard drive problem, but I think it's just because of the insane amount of use that Windows 10 has on the hard drive that eventually makes it crash. Because if it was a legitimate hardware problem, I'm pretty sure my computer will just have stopped working already, right? But you know, it's still working and pretty fine. It's just that sometimes it randomly crashes. And I don't think that's anything but a software problem. And considering how shitty Windows 10 is, I think I'm not wrong when I say that it's Windows 10 fault. I still have no solid evidence for that. I tried to look up what the problem could be, and I still have no clue, other than it might be something with the hard drive not being good enough. But that's definitely not a problem of the hard drive. I mean, if Windows 10 didn't completely murder the hard drive with the amount of use that it has, it wouldn't be a problem. I mean, it wasn't like this in Windows 7, that's for sure. Windows 7 didn't use probably half of what Windows 10 uses the hard drive. It's insane. I mean, I definitely don't remember my computer crashing like that on Windows 7. So, yeah, Windows 7 is good. I mean, we still use it at our workplace, right? In my workplace, basically every computer except a couple of few that decided to go with Windows 10, every computer is Windows 7. Pirate Windows 7 at that. Yes, a company using pirate Windows, right? Pretty interesting. You know, that's something that you will expect from, you know, a normal user, but apparently, yeah, my company is so good that it pirates Windows. Pretty amazing, right? I don't even have permission issues after some setting. Yeah, well, honestly, Windows never gave me any permission issue. I mean, obviously, you always have that famous Do you want to open this as administrator? But you know, it's not that bad. I mean, it's just a little message that you have to select yes every time. It's not that bad. Shit, I almost got it there. Almost got it. Got pretty close. Damn, so close and yet so far, huh? It's always like that. My college uses Pirate AutoCAD. I think Win is also Pirate. Yeah, I mean, you gotta understand that in third world countries like this, copyright and licenses are the least of the problems, right? And I think companies understand that. I mean, companies like Windows understand how shitty the situation is in countries like this, that they don't even care about taking legal action against people that use pirate Windows copies, for example, right? Even if they are a big institution, right? They don't give a shit. Because they probably understand that if it wasn't for that, they wouldn't even bother using Windows. Like, if Windows had a perfect... Oh shit, wait. I don't even know what killed me there because I couldn't even see. I can't even see what killed me there. Damn it. That probably was an easy jump. It's just that when you can't see, it's impossible to know how easy it is. Or how hard it is. Anyways, I was saying that they probably know that if Windows had a perfect DRM that checked for pirate copies and didn't allow you to use their software, and that it was impossible to crack, I'm pretty sure they realized that nobody will give a shit about Windows. Or at least nobody in developing countries like this one, right? I mean, paying for operative system is a lot to ask for in countries that say the operative system are basically worth 25% of the minimum salary. So yeah, I mean, I guess they understand that. Otherwise they could probably be a lot more strict with the DRM. You know, it is what it is, right? I mean, if Windows pirate copies weren't so used, so popular, if it was hard to pirate Windows, I'm pretty sure most of at least the developing world would have switched over to Linux. It probably would have taken a little bit to get used to it, but I mean, that's the thing, right? If you get used to Linux, eventually it's not that bad. Especially for what most people use computers, right? Most people use computers to browse Facebook or Instagram, right? If you do that, something like Linux serves the purpose perfectly. You don't need anything else. And you also don't get any viruses, so that's a double win. Especially for people that are not really knowledgeable about computers. You know how they always get viruses for the dumbest of reasons? Well, they wouldn't have that problem with Linux. But yeah, you know, when people get used to something, it's pretty hard to break that tradition. DRM or the tower raping shit. Well, I mean, DRM doesn't really mean that it has to be hardware raping. It's only DRMs like Denuvo that are especially predatory against hardware. But a DRM just means something that prevents the digital rights of a piece of software to be broken, right? It doesn't have to be hardware raping. I mean, WinRAR, right? A program like WinRAR has DRM. It's just that it's so easy to bypass that nobody really calls them DRM because it's barely even one, right? But it's still DRM. The Nuvo will rape your CPU and HDD SSD. Yeah, I know. Yeah, but you know, I know that a lot of times the DRM is used as a synonym for the Nuvo, but you know, they are pretty different things. I mean, obviously the Nuvo is a DRM, but not all of the DRMs are as predatory and as shitty as the Nuvo, right? Not all of them. In fact, most of them are just the most basic stuff to just forbid you from cracking something, even if at the end they always get cracked. But you know, for example, when I play DMC5, the Nuvo consumes more CPU than OBS. Damn. Yeah, that's definitely true. But you know, there's nothing really you can do. Well, I mean, you can, you know, as people usually say, you can vote with your wallet. If you really dislike the Nuvo that much, you can always choose to not support games that have the Nuvo. I usually don't give a shit, but you know, I know that some people care. So for those who care, definitely should vote with your wallet. Damn it. You know what's even more raping than the Nuvo? This game. This game is raping my mind right now. And my hand too, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. You know what will be really good right now? Lennon music. That will definitely be pretty cool. Nice, finally get fuck. Fun with platforms? Oh, these are the moving platforms, right? Wait, no? They don't move? Are you serious? Wait, what? Wait, how do I get past that? Am I supposed... Oh, okay. Yeah, like that. Alright. Talking about Linux for those people who uses PC only for Facebook or stuff like that, I think most of them just can't go for Linux. Because it's too hard for them. Yeah, but no. Here's the thing. It's not hard. It's just that they are not used to it. So when they, you know, start looking for things like, you know, the desktop, the Windows menu, right? The setup. I'm not sure. I mean, I don't think it's any harder than Windows. I mean, sure, if you go for something like Debian, it might be a little bit hard, but I'm pretty sure that Ubuntu has a pretty easy setup, right? Maybe I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure a lot of Linux distributions have pretty easy setups. Debian is definitely not one of them, but there are others that surely have. Damn, that was insanely fast, holy shit. At least in Debian you can choose what components you need to install. Yeah, it's good, but definitely not what a lot of people can do. So to me, you know, for those people that browse Facebook that are not really knowledgeable about computers, I feel like I was about to say a game. I meant an operative system like Ubuntu will be perfect. They just have to get used to it. That's the thing. And that's something that is never easy. And when you don't want to get used to something new, you just won't, right? But you know, I think it will be better for them to use something like Debian, Ubuntu for browsing Facebook and shit. I wish next Windows will have stuff like this. Yeah, well, if there is a next Windows. As far as I know, maybe they were just lying, but as far as I know, Windows say that Windows 10 was the definitive Windows operative system. Of course it will have updates, right? And some updates will definitely change the operative system a lot. But I don't think there's gonna be a Windows 11. It will just be Windows 10 update, 2019 or something like that. It wouldn't really be anything else. So I wouldn't get my hopes up for something like that. Also, can you explain to me how the previous floor was so insanely easy and this shit is this hard? Damn, that Apple actually murdered me. I knew I shouldn't have trusted it. It's work of an enemy's 10. Damn, enemy's 10. Stand no Kogeki. Yeah, but honestly, if there's something that this game is not, is balanced. This game is anything but balanced. I mean, there's also a lot of things that I could say about this game, but one of them is that it's definitely not balanced. And you can have shit like this in a lot of places. I mean, the previous floor took me like 2 minutes or even 1 minute. This shit, and probably, the previous floor took me like 40. The floor 160. It's so ridiculous how the difficulty can be so unbalanced. But whatever. I feel like talking shit about and I wanna be the guy fun game is kind of like talking shit about. It's kind of like complaining about wrestling being fake, right? Yeah, like no shit. That's the whole point. Point is that it's a spectacle, right? That it's something that you go there to see and enjoy for what it is, right? No shit, it's fake. Yeah, that's the whole point. So me complaining about unbalanced difficulties in game like this is just as ridiculous. Yeah, no shit, the difficulty is unbalanced. It's literally a fun game of a rage game. Like, yeah. Just realized that you're doing second loop. Yeah, I'm doing second loop. I mean, basically, I quit this game like 6 floors ago, right? And then I came back to it today because, I'm still waiting for Touhou 17, right? I'm back for a little while. Oh, welcome back. As you can see, I'm still struggling a little bit. Although I advanced a couple of floors, but I'm still on level 2, or reverse level 2. Damn. The levels are just pretty hard. I really hope that before ending today's stream I can at least beat level 2. I don't want to see this shitty blackout mechanic ever again. Fuck this mechanic, dude. It sucks. And it seems that a lot of people agree with me that this blackout mechanic is whack. Also, I just realized that this floor looks like a face. Seisha was here, more like Susumi was here. I mean, with the blackout thing, and damn, that reminds me, Susumi is such a good boss. Holy shit. I'm talking about both Susumis, by the way. Both Susumis are an amazing boss. And the last Susumi, the one from the extra stage, that survival spurtle where the lights go out, that's so sick. That's such a good boss, dude. That wasn't high enough, damn it. I don't know how to do that jump. You know, this jump right here, right? I can do a short hop because I'm gonna get fucked by this, but I'm supposed to do a drop jump. However, I'm not sure if a drop jump is enough here, right? Because if I drop here and jump, I don't think I can reach this. I know that I'm only supposed to reach the edge of this and then spam jump to get up, but can I even do that? Is that possible to do? I think if you do other things, I recommend I wanna take the Time Machine 2 or I wanna be the Justice guys. They're basically the highest production value things you can find, and the gameplay is a bit different and more varied. They also use different physics. They are adventures just like Boshi. Yeah, one adventure game that I've been looking at was I Wanna Be the Mermaid, I think. I'm not sure if that was the name, but I think that was the name. It was just cancel jump there into jump. But for you, dropping and full jumping and jumping in the platform should work. Alright. Yeah, I know that another option is basically jumping here, then going here and then jumping here. Yeah, that's too hard for me. I guess the best idea for someone like me is to just drop here and jump as soon as I can. It's just a little bit, you know, hard to execute. Cancel jumps are basically sub 1 frame jumps. They are very low jumps. Oh, so that's what a cancel jump is. Damn. Sub 1 frame. I didn't thought that was possible. Holy shit. So this is where I can say, hey, imagine some B here. Yeah, imagine if instead of an apple that was a B. Whew, that would be rough. It works by abusing a bug in the game engine. I see. Well, I'm definitely not advanced enough to do it, so. Also, speaking of advanced, what if I do A? I don't think that's gonna work too well. I mean, we can try. I don't think align are gonna help that much here. So, yeah. I slipped. Wait a second. It's someone... Oh, never mind. I thought someone hosted, because holy shit, that's a lot of... It's a pretty big increase in a pretty short time. I don't think anyone hosted, right? No. But damn, that's still a pretty big increase, I gotta say. Holy shit. Yeah, don't mind me, I'm just, you know, dying a lot. There's also plenty of sub 1 frame champagne. There's actually more than just 1 frame at every frame. Hey, sub-frames are possible with all frames. Damn. You're the only one playing pretty much. Oh, the no competition check. I'm sorry, the no competition tech. I don't know why I say check. I guess my brain is just... You know, this is like the time of the day where my brain is just completely rotten. Especially after playing this game for so long. That's fine. Nice, there we go. Oof. So it was possible to do a dropshot there. Figure this one out, kiddo. Oh, this one, the one that I completely skipped in the normal mode. That's gonna suck. Maybe I can skip it here too? No, because even if I can dodge that spike, I don't think there's any way I can get up there from here. So yeah. Damn it. Maybe it's gonna be worth to use a dynamite here. Or a TNT, I should probably say. Okay. Maybe I'm supposed to hit the... Oh! Oh, okay, I get it now. Wait, do I? No, maybe I don't get it. Not yet, at least. I know that switch should probably go last. So that... Why would I want to move that spike there? Ouch. I think most of the people came here from the Camellia Tree stream. Oh, there was someone streaming Camellia Tree? Damn. Yeah, it's definitely something that you won't expect from this channel. That's for sure. I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing here. Or what I'm supposed to do. Because I don't feel there's any... Like there's a single benefit in pressing the last switch. Like when I say the last switch, I mean this one. Right? That one moves the spike right in front of the warp, so that's not useful at all. Right? Oh, maybe I could touch that one. Okay, I like that strat. Let's see if it works. Maybe not. But you never know until you try. Someone speedrunning Camellia Tree? Damn. Speedrunning that game? Alright. I mean, I shouldn't be surprised, but I am. Oh, I get it. It shouldn't be that hard to get in that case, right? I hope at least. The problem is that you have to do all of that in one go, but actually maybe I can do the first one in the beginning, right? Maybe. I mean, I will still need to go to the center, right? justify your dislike for this game, I think you will like Geezer's other game, Kill the Guy, a lot. It's an adventure just like Boshi and it's one of the best. Yeah, that's one of the games that I thought about trying at the beginning, but I'm not so sure about that now. I mean, before playing any of those games, I'm pretty sure that I will just try to play Wings of B. I fucked it up. I wonder if I can skip this somehow. Probably not. I don't think that's skippable. Also, what do you think? Can Lennon bosses be compared to DDP bosses in terms of difficulty? No, I don't think that's a fair comparison. Because here's the thing, right? Lennon characters mostly rely on gimmicks. And, you know, some of them obviously have pretty tight dodging. But for the most part, for Lennon, it's mostly gimmicks. For Dodonpachi bosses, it's just hard dodging. For the most part. I mean, obviously there are some bosses that have really easy patterns, right? But if you compare it to bosses like Hibachi, Hibachi has pretty mean stuff. Pretty mean stuff that is basic, it's easy to understand, but definitely not easy to dodge. If you play Wings of B, Bosch is a playable character. Damn. Yeah, I mean, if it is made by Soul Green after all. What about Absolutely Extra? I mean, so far the two Absolutely Extras that I try, which are the one for Lennon 1 and Lennon 3, they should seem like harder versions of the extra stage. They don't feel that bad. I mean, yes, they still are pretty hard, but my point is that most of Dodonpachi bosses' difficulty are from patterns that are hard to dodge, but not that hard to understand. In Lennon, it's mostly figuring out how the patterns work, and then being able to dodge them. But I feel like things like Hibachi don't compare to Absolutely Extra. Also, DDP, you have no death bombs. Yeah, there's also that. There's definitely also that. Damn it. This is gonna be a pain in the butt. Like, already doing that gate jump is already pretty hard. Hibachi versus Absolutely Tenkai. I still, you know, Hibachi is just a nightmare. I don't think you can compare it to something like Absolutely Tenkai. One thing that I don't like is that it seems in Dodonpachi everything is static or aim. Yeah, that's exactly how it is. There's barely any RNG in a game like that. I think that's a good thing, right? I mean, eliminates most of the RNG. I think B wouldn't be that hard with Lennon dead bombing. Nah, I still think it will be that hard. I mean, have you seen Hibachi's last attack? Hibachi's last attack is completely ridiculous. I don't think even dead bombing is gonna save your ass for that attack. Ouch. It's all about practicing it enough so you become an alien who can dodge everything. I would like to see you play in Bachi. Well, I would like you to tell Cave to release Dodonpachi Maximum on Steam, and then sure, I will try it. But until they do that, I can't. I mean, there's emulators. You mean Mame? Because if it is Mame, I'm not sure about that. I wish I could jump high enough there. Damn it, I should have more confidence in the double jump there. It's less bullshitty than absolutely Tenkai's ulti. Are you sure about that? I mean, keep in mind that for Hibachi, despite how the health bar looks, it has an absurdly high amount of health. I don't think that's quite true. I think it was released on Xbox as well. Yeah, that's the thing. It was released on Xbox 360. I don't think I can emulate Xbox 360 with my computer, even if it's a game like that, right? Absolutely Extra maybe RNG, that's probably worse. Yeah, I assume. It's just that Hibachi might not be RNG, but it's so hard that might as well be RNG. On absolutely twin cranes you are wall 99% of the time. Now honestly, when is an RNG worst? Well, depends. Some patterns, you know that RNG patch that you can use on Touhou 15? There are some patterns, for example, from Shunko that are way easier when they actually have more RNG. But that's because a lot of the lasers and stuff that should go near you don't even come close to you with a full RNG patch, right? I jumped too high, can it? If you can read anything on absolutely Extra, listeners hope that you can master really hard pattern in Dodonpachi like you would in a platformer. Yeah, but I feel like mastering something in Dodonpachi is way harder than getting lucky in absolutely Extra. That's the thing. I think there are more chances that you get lucky in an absolutely Extra pattern than there is for getting good at a Hibachi pattern. I should have done that sooner. Just look at this shit. Wait, if it's from Lenin, I don't want to spoil myself. I want to see Lenin patterns from the first time. I will believe you that it's hard. It obviously is, but I don't know, dude. Like, Hibachi is just really hard. Nice. Oh no. Mini Spike Hill. I forgot about this. Oh, don't do this to me, dude. Well, I guess I know where the rest of the stream is gonna be wasted in. Getting lucky is not the same as being skill reading the RNG in A-beds should be harder. Also, Len might not be as balanced as Dodonpachi. Yeah, I guess you're right. But I just feel like Lennon gives you way more resources to survive. Like, if you pick Susumi in Lennon, you can choose bomb 5 times each life. In Dodonpachi, you only have 3 bombs per life, and the bombs don't do shit. In fact, bombing completely blocks you from damage even after the bomb is over, which is something that doesn't happen in Lennon. But I mean actually reacting to the attack as in attack difficulty is what I'm talking about. Yeah, maybe you're right. I don't know, I'm not good enough to be able to analyze that properly, so I wouldn't know. But yeah, you could be right. There's about attack difficulty if you can just bomb everything. Yeah, I know, right? That's the good thing about Susumi, at least. 5 bombs each life, that's amazing. Also, I just remember that this still has the blackout mechanic, so that means that the lights are gonna run out, even if you have a light down there, but... Damn it. It's gonna be such a pain in the ass. Also, how the fuck am I supposed to do that jump? With those 2 platforms. Seems pretty weird. By the way, Senya is the most popular Xbox 360 emulator. Yeah, but I don't think I can run it. I mean, a lot of people already tell you how, for example, emulators like the PS3 emulator are way better optimized than the Xbox 360 emulator. And I already have a lot of trouble running the PS3 emulator, so I don't think the Xbox 360 is something that I can run. I could try, obviously. Dodonpachi shouldn't be that demanding of a game. Well, it's not about how demanding it is as much as it is about how well optimized it is. I mean, sometimes compatibility takes a huge place in this kind of things. Sometimes some games are just not compatible enough. I don't know if that's the case or not with Dodonpachi, but I really have no idea. I think I might try myself one day, see what Inbachi is like for myself. Well, good luck trying to get to Inbachi though, that's definitely the hard part. Symphony of the Night took 80% plus of my CPU with PS3 emulator. Damn. Wait, why will you play Symphony of the Night on the PS3? Isn't that a bit overkill? I wonder if there's a practice mode or something. There probably is. The problem is that, at least, you know, in Dodonpachi Resurrection, I tried to fight Satsusa, which is the true final boss for Dodonpachi Black Label, you know, Dodonpachi Daifukatsu Black Label. And I couldn't find it, maybe because I wasn't smart enough, but I couldn't find it in practice mode. I mean, I could find Hibachi, but I couldn't find Satsusa. And basically, Inbachi is the equivalent of Satsusa in Dodonpachi Maximum. Or I should say Saidayosho, right? Because no need for sharp bias fuckery. Damn. How do I do that jump? I don't get it. Seems pretty hard. I mean, I know that I'm supposed to replenish my jumps with those platforms, but I'm not sure. And also because I can. Alright. Also, is Tai Sabachi called that because of Colonel Longena? Tai Sabachi apparently means golden disaster. Apparently Colonel Longena is the one piloting it. I don't know what Tai Sabachi means. I think it is something like golden something, right? Tai Sabachi. Well, as I say, the Donpachi Resurrection in the achievements translates it as golden disaster. I don't know how accurate that is, but if it is accurate, then I guess that's what it means. Damn it. Yeah, I know that Longena is one of the bosses in Camellia Tree. Well, I mean, I know that he's one of the bosses in one of the the fan games. I didn't know exactly which one. Yeah, that's also another one of the things that someone mentioned. I think it was you, after all. That there's a lot of Longena boss fights. Yeah, there's a lot of that. Which is great, because it's basically a character that looks pretty cool, but it doesn't have too much recognition, right? Outside, I guess, of this fanbase. Flandre is also a boss in Camellia Tree. Damn. The Flandre Scarlet. Machine Longena trying to outplay Yukari's machinations. Honestly, I don't think there's much about Longena's story, right? I mean, he basically has a short-ass dialogue in Daifukatsu at the, like, in the middle and the end of the game, but the only things he says are pretty generic shit, like, you know, it's time for you to die, farewell, or like, you made your job, I don't need you anymore, things like that. I don't know. Maybe he has more of a backstory than I thought, but I don't think there's much about him. Although maybe there is a little bit more in the true endings. Although there's no way I can reach them, so... Also, can someone tell me who the fuck I'm Oh, I think I realize. I think I'm supposed to stand here. Right in the middle. I didn't realize, but it makes sense, alright. I've been doing this wrong all the time, if that's the case. But if I do that, I have to be pretty careful. Speaking of Touhou, I've been doing some PCB. Damn. Lunatic, no one, no miss, no border break, huh? Interesting. Damn it. Even if I kinda know that that's what I'm supposed to do, it seems to be really precise. Alice was a bit of a pain. Well, the thing about the Alice that I remember being a pain is the first spell card. I don't think the other spell cards or, you know, the other patterns are that bad, right? Unless you mean the mid-boss non-spells. The mid-boss non-spells might be a bit of a problem. Actually, the boss overall is pretty hard. Most of the attacks are static or aimed but have some elements of RNG. They're also pretty precise. I'm not really sure about that. I mean, the first spell card is hard, I will give you that. The second spell card is one of the easiest spell cards in the game. The third one, I don't remember it being hard. Wait, what was the third one? Oh, I remember the third one. Yeah, the third one didn't seem that bad. And the fourth one... Well, if it's easy to get cornered, but I also don't remember it being that hard. And for the non-spells, I think the first non-spell is the only one that I could say that is especially hard. Well, maybe, you know, we had different experiences. Then again, I never tried to do a lunatic no bomb, no miss, so... Hey, Balabis, how is it going? No, I'm right here back at being a complete masochist and playing this game. How about you? Damn it. Damn, now I'm gonna die on that first jump, alright. Sure, why not? I mean, it didn't take that long, but it was still harder than I expected. Lunatic, no miss, no bomb, miss, no choke. Yeah, it's definitely no choke. Also, I was using Sakuya and I had to get used to her speed. Oh, that's right, Sakuya is like one of the fastest characters when focused, right? I think she is. Damn, I really have to be really at the center. Yeah, one of the fastest. Wait, did I say slowest? Am I that much of a stoner? I say slowest? Oh, I say not one of? Oh. Well, I mean to say that it's one of the slowest in focus. Damn it. It's one of the fastest in focus. Damn, my brain is actually rotten. Her focus speed is higher than anyone. Yeah, I know that. It's just that, you know, sometimes talking is hard. Especially when you're playing this game that rots your brain cells. It was pretty hard to control, which is where most of my problems in the fight were. Yeah, that makes sense. Try Rainbow and it seemed a lot better. Yeah, basically Rainbow is like the standard shot there. Feels even faster than Rainbow's unfocused sometimes. Damn. The damage was worse than Sakuya, yeah, that's for sure. Also, can someone... I mean, I thought that I figured it out, but I'm failing like crazy. How the hell do I do this jump? I thought that jumping on the middle of the platform was gonna be enough, but I'm not getting it. So I don't know what's wrong here. Maybe it's just that I'm not aiming properly. Last Lunatic, no bomb, no miss players into like Sakuya a lot. So I thought I might as well learn. I see. Will try to upload tournament footage on my second channel, some commentary not needed in the next 6 months. Alright. Yeah, I seen you upload some Oni compilations, smug funny moments and stuff like that. Abel compilation too. So yeah. Basically with tournament footage, it's obviously not gonna be necessary to have commentary, although if you use tournament footage, is it possible for you to monetize the channel? Because wasn't it the reason why your main channel got demonetized? Eventually I will try to do all bosses, Lunatic, no miss, no bombs in Windows Toho games. Nice. Oh, you're just building subs until 10k? Alright. Sounds good. Sounds like a good plan to me. Damn it. Am I doing this wrong? Like, am I supposed to stand here or am I supposed to do something else? I don't get it. Like, I haven't gotten past that jump once. What am I doing wrong? Like, is it frame perfect or am I just stupid? I mean, it's probably the later, but I wanna know. Tapping the jump lightly so you don't snap on the platform should work. But should I go for this or should I just go to the left the most that I can? Like, should I try to stand here in the middle? No, because then you're stuck. Okay. So that means that I have to get to the left the most that I can. Alright. Gotcha. Thanks. I'll see what I can do. Wait, you can fall through platforms in this game? I think you can fall through some platforms. I mean, for example, you can fall through that one, but I don't know if you can fall through those gray ones. Usually you can do that. I think you can, but I don't know if that one is, you can use it for that. The problem is that if I lightly tap the platform, if you can fall through those, then you're stuck. Yeah, I know, but I think I should be able to fall. It's just that the game is not consistent enough in telling you which platforms you can fall through and which you don't. Although I think I seen that. Like, I tapped the jump button pretty lightly and I didn't snap on the platform, so that's probably what I'm supposed to do. Alright. Also, I wonder if this is the last floor for stage 2. I think it is, right? Or at least I hope it is. Because fuck this blackout mechanic, dude. I press it too hard, damn it. Although I might be overthinking this, since I'm not sure Gizzard will put low frame jumps in this game. I don't know. Although I tried to get in the middle, like right here, I try, but I'm failing every time. So unless it is frame perfect and I have to stand right in the middle, I don't know how else to do this. You could try landing on the right ledge. I could. Let's see if that works. Yeah, special emphasis on trying. I'm not sure about that. I don't think that's gonna work. Don't really think that's gonna work. I thought of playing this as the next fan game I upload, but then I realized I will have to edit all this platforming together. Yeah, good luck with that. You basically have literally 390 floors. That's a lot. Damn it. Basically what editing Boshi was like for me. I guess editing adventure games is even more of a pain in the ass. Which is the reason why it took me half a year to upload all of that. Damn. Yeah, that's the reason why I don't even bother editing my streams. Like, that shit just takes a lot of time, and I don't have that time. Almost. If anyone has a better idea than what I'm trying to do, I will really appreciate it, because I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do here. It only took like an hour per stage, but still it was a bit bored, so I was uploading it slowly. Yeah, I know it's a pain in the ass to edit all of that. Okay, maybe that's the plan. The only difference is that I probably have to do a smaller jump than that. That's definitely the hard part of this floor. Oh, I almost got it, and I probably could have double jumped before landing there. Damn it, I didn't do it though. Yeah, you can double jump after that. Definitely supposed to do that, but you have to do it pretty precisely. Pretty precisely. wonder what I'm gonna do when the lights turn off. Although the good thing here, you probably already noticed, right? But when you jump on this second on this second platform right here, if I can even get there. Damn it, come on, dude. Alright, you won't let me show. Okay, so basically here normally the light will run out. And okay, I couldn't demonstrate what I wanted to demonstrate. Alright, never mind. Don't mind me. The strategy seems to be landing on the right edge and then going to the left edge, as far as I can tell from a video. My alternative might be a bit hard since I'm used to stuff like this being easy for me. The problem is that landing on the right to me seems extremely hard. I prefer to do it all in one go, I think. I'm not sure about that though. But I almost do it. I almost do it all in one go. It's just that I needed that double jump. Yeah, like, as you can see, I almost do it. If you only cool one frame or cancel. Yeah, that's not gonna happen though. It will be easy. Yeah, I don't know if that's what I will call easy, but yeah. Damn it, it's really precise. And it doesn't help that there is this mini spike bullshit going on. There we go, and I died. Well, I did it. It's just that I died instantly after, but I did it. Would be easy if you could do that. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know what I will gain for that. But I guess it is. I mean, I'm not really knowledgeable about those stuff. I mean, that stuff. Damn it. One frames are keyboard dependent and cancels are hard to pull off unless you're using numpad cancels or something. Well, I'm using the numpad to jump, but I don't know. And then keyboard dependent, that reminds me of the GameCube controller. Apparently, people that play Smash Melee professionally, you know, you need a special, like, you need a Game Boy controller, sorry, not a Game Boy, I mean a GameCube controller to be broken in a specific way for it to be the most optimal for competitive play. That's so fucked up. I almost got it there. Is why low frame jumps aren't really a good thing, since you need a keyboard capable of doing it. And what's a keyboard capable of doing it? Like, does it have to be mechanical or what? Ah, damn it. I think the test you did during I Wanna Be the Guy was 24 milliseconds. It was pretty variable. I don't remember exactly. how much it was, but yeah, it was around there. I think I reached 16 or something, right? I'm not exactly sure though. One frame is 20 milliseconds or lower. Oh, I see. So you have to press it really, really lightly. Also, 1 frames are RNG unless you can do 1 millisecond presses. Yeah, I don't think I can do that. But you know. Damn it, I should probably double jump as soon as I can, right there. So that's the hard part. Talking about Susu, what do you think about Survival None? Oh, that Survival None, you mean the first one? Yeah, that one was amazing. That was such a fun pattern to dodge. And it looks so cool too. I mean, honestly, the entirety of the fight is incredibly cool, but yeah, that Survival None was amazing. I really can't wait until I play it again. I have to, you know, play Touhou 17 first, and that's already on September 9th, so yeah. What do you think about Susu themes? I really love them, both of them, especially because the first one, which is the Monado 2, I think. Monado 2 is basically a normal theme that, you know, it's pretty intimidating, but it kind of sounds, you know, a little bit more like a normal enemy. But then you have Monado 1, which is basically like a remix of Monado 2, but it's so intimidating and so, you know, ear sounding, right? It's amazing. Gabby, I think you had a Linux discussion in one of the past streams. Yeah, I also had a Linux discussion on this stream. Basically, I was thinking about, you know, using Ubuntu. On a past stream, basically, I talk about trying to install Steam OS, right? Which is a Linux distribution that is obviously oriented towards Steam. But, you know, I looked at a tutorial about how to do it, and it's harder than it should if you wanna dual boot it. I use Ubuntu, yeah, that's what I thought about doing. I think I'm gonna set up a virtual machine just to try it out, and if I like it, I guess I'm gonna create a partition. And if I eventually like it a lot, I guess I'm just gonna get rid of Windows 10 altogether. So Moncast, yeah, exactly. That's something that I really liked about Susumi's second theme, right? Like Monado 1, where basically, I mean, no theme either in Touhou or Lenen sounded that creepy. Like, I feel like that's the first theme that sounds that creepy and intimidating. I don't think there's any other that you can compare to that. Mostly because I tried some others and the support was somewhat lacking. I could do things, but some took too much time. Yeah, apparently, well, Ubuntu seems to be the most popular Linux distribution, right? So, isn't Susumi basically insane? I don't know the lore on Susumi because I still haven't beat their arc. Like, I haven't beat their arc on Lenen 4, I haven't really reached it yet. Which of them? Exactly, which one? There are a lot of them. All of them? Well, I don't know. I could answer that if I had played the Legend 4 route with them, but I didn't. I don't know. Oh fuck, I almost got it. You know, it is a pretty interesting character nonetheless. See, that's what I mean, multiple Suzumis, that something's not right here. Well, it probably has to do with, you know, time travels and all that shit. But you know, again, I don't know about that, and the only way for me to know that is spoiling myself. I don't want to spoil myself. But you know, I think you can probably look it up on the Lenen wiki and it will tell you what's going on with Susumi. So far, what I know about Susumi is that apparently they kind of want to, you know, they have one of them has the power to override memories, and the other one has the power to erase facts. So I know that, and apparently what they are trying to do is like get to a good timeline. I'm not sure. They have an objective for sure, it's just that it hasn't been revealed yet for what I played. Maybe their route in Lenen 4 will actually tell me about it, but I haven't, as I say, I haven't played it yet, so... In Toho there is 3 of Hecatias. Yeah, I think Thundit means more about the fact that the 3 Hecatias are kind of like just 3 different bodies. The different Suzumis are basically like different people. The one who override memories also can travel in time. Yeah, in RMI they do that. Also, yeah, Susumi is the unlocked last character. You have to beat the game on the true last boss with the 4 teams. And once you do that, you can play as Susumi. I haven't done it yet because I haven't had the time. But when I pick up Lenen 4 again, I'm gonna try that. Hecate is the same. Who is the true final boss for Susumi? I don't wanna know because I wanna see it for myself. But if it's not too much to ask, could you answer that by PM? Because I don't wanna get that spoiled. Although it's probably gonna be the same true final boss, but I would like to figure it out by myself. Although that's also a question that I have, but again, I wanna see what happens when I reach there. Isn't Susumi the true final boss? Yeah, it is. That's what I'm saying, that I don't wanna get spoiled because I still haven't played it. Fighting against yourself, well, I mean, if you fight against yourself, you have to consider that one of the Suzumis can time travel. So time traveling means that, I mean, if time travel was possible in real life, if I time travel to yesterday, I will basically encounter myself from yesterday, right? So it's not that far-fetched to think that a character that can time travel that will fight themselves. It makes sense. Although I'm pretty curious to see the interactions, that will be pretty interesting. Checked the wiki some time ago, so I know a bit more than you do. Yeah, I'm assuming that, but yeah, I want to figure out for myself. I really want to play Lenin for sure, but I feel like if I play Lenin right now, it's gonna get overshadowed by Touhou 17. So I wanna wait for Touhou 17 to come out, play Touhou 17, and then once I'm done with Touhou 17, play, you know, Lenin again. Just one question though, do you know Klaus' full name? It's an interesting question. I don't remember it, honestly. It was something about... I know that the last name is Hisuimaru, but that's pretty much all I remember. Yeah, I don't really remember Klaus' full name. Susu was Trula's boss in demo. I need to check demo dialogues. I didn't know that. As far as I remember, you like Klaus. Yeah, but you really can't expect me to remember Sid's names. That's insane. I mean, I guess I could memorize it if I really try, but yeah, I can't just casually memorize it. I have to. I can post it from the wiki. Yeah, sure. I know that the last one was Hisuimaru, and there was a Bon somewhere there. But that's about what I remember. Oh, Wilhelm was the first one. Wilhelm Bon, Clausewitz, Halcyon. Halcyon is gonna be the one that is gonna be the hardest to remember. Wilhelm, I basically remember it because one of the Borderland characters is called Wilhelm. Clausewitz, I probably won't remember Witz. I don't know how to remember Halcyon. Hisuimaru is something that I can remember for sure, but yeah. Wilhelm, Bon, Clausewitz, Halcyon. Yeah, Wilhelm is a male name as far as I know. I mean, you know, the other day I was trying to guess Klaus, you know, Lenin characters' genders, right? And if I had to guess, Klaus definitely feels like it's male. If it has to have a gender, it will definitely be male. Same as Yaorochi. I feel like both Yaorochi and Klaus are characters that I cannot see as anything else other than male. Holy fuck. This floor is something else, huh? No, it is also close name, sounds Sherman. Yeah. I mean, then again, apparently that name is false, according to the game itself. According to the name itself, that whole name is just a name that they made up just to feel, you know, good, but apparently that's not the real name. Title omitted, yeah. Pretty much. Dude, this shit is taking me so long, holy fuck. This is something else. And you know, That's not even the hardest part, because this jump, I think it is pixel perfect, right? If you're not standing at the right place, I don't think you can do this jump. And that's so fucked up. That's so fucked up. I tried and I've been having some technical issues which I mostly fixed. Well, I had some technical issues, like for example, not being able to do windowless mode. I mean borderless window mode, which I did by using borderless gaming. And then I also, you know, there are some FPS issues here and there, but overall they are not that bad as they could be. That looks like a 16 pixels, 6 pixels of leeway, or 2 1-frame taps of leeway. I see. Problem is that I have to do that pretty fast, probably. I mean, there is still like a light down there that illuminates the place, but it's still probably a little bit hard to guess. Oh fuck. I can probably do that in just one jump. I don't think I need to double jump. We have 1 frame of movement of leeway. Yeah, it's just that the problem is I can't really wait, because otherwise it gets impossible to see. Imagine Susumi meets Koichi. Damn, Koichi is one strange character, I gotta say. Definitely is. Okay. Can I do this in a single jump? Fuck. Well, you can get close to the spike, so it's not that hard to position yourself. Yeah, I guess it's not that bad. I wonder about that last jump though. I think Susu was met Surubami in Outside World. Well, that's right, we know nothing about Surubami other than they left. What do you think about the true last boss in Dodonpachi? Well, the last attack was absolutely ridiculous. That's what I can think of. Which is to be expected, but holy shit, man, that's just something else. That last attack that fills the screen with purple bullets where you can even barely see what's going on. Evacuator Doom? Yeah, well, for Evacuator Doom I didn't get much, really. Because I didn't get to the last attack, which is the best one, right? And obviously the hardest one. So I don't know much about that one. Hibachi, on the other hand, is definitely pretty hard, especially on the last attack. The last attack is completely fucked up. I mean, I liked it, but it's obviously not something that I will ever be able to do in a normal run, for sure. Unless I go Novice. I tried Novice Hibachi and it was surprisingly doable. Yeah, Evacuator Doom music is really good because it's a combination of Hibachi's theme with the original Evacuator Doom from Ketsui. So it's a really good remix, an amazing theme. Original DDP Hibachi ulti looks like Alice ulti but with more bullets. Damn. What about Novice Evacuator Doom? I don't think there is a Novice Evacuator Doom. Because the Novice for Black Label is you know, normal Hibachi or Satsusa, right? I don't think there is a novice version of Eva Kenner Doom. Because basically Eva Kenner Doom is an arranged mode. I don't think there is novice of an arranged mode. Oh fuck. Yeah, the remix is pretty nice. And I really wish Cave will release Ketsui on Steam. I know that you can emulate Ketsui pretty easily with Mame, but still. Ketsui is such a good game. A pretty hard one, for sure, but still really good. Oh, I jumped too high, damn it. It's pretty hard to see. Is there a practice mode in Mushihime-sama 2? Yeah. Basically, every compilation of games like the ones that are available on Steam have a practice mode. Like Dodonpachi, Mushihime-sama and Dead Smiles. Those three, all of the modes have a practice mode. I mean, there are some exceptions like Arrange B, which are already pretty much, you know, a practice mode, but yeah. Did you experience the glory that is the last attack of Aki? I didn't feel like the last attack of Aki was that bad. Unless you mean the true last boss, which I didn't test. I didn't test the true last boss in Mushihime-sama, so I wouldn't know. Yeah, Range B. No, I didn't encounter true last boss. I didn't encounter, and I didn't encounter it in practice either, so you know. That attack is a great meme in the bullet hell community. Damn. Yeah, no, I haven't encountered the true last boss, so I have no idea how it even looks like. If I had a little bit more to the left, I would have beaten that. If you can use Infinite Continuous on practice, you should try it. Yeah, I guess I could try it. I mean, after all, I still won a 1 coin clear on Mushihime-sama, so I'm definitely trying the game again sometime. Don't know when, but yeah. The plan. Imagine Shinki meets Hekatia. Then moons and wings? That's a little bit too much. I think that game's considered one of the easier K1 coin clears. I don't know. I mean, Dodonpachi Daifukatsu is extremely easy to 1 coin clear because of the hyper mechanic, so I wouldn't really say that. I really think that Daifukatsu is way easier to 1 coin clear than Mushihime-sama. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm hesitating a lot of going too much to the left. I think I should try and do that. I think I read a comment of Shamers who says Shime-sama has pretty easy attacks overall other than the true final boss. That's only taking into account attack difficulty. Yeah. The thing is that in Daifukatsu you can pretty much skip most of the attacks if you use Hyper, so that basically reduces the difficulty by a lot. Yeah, the Hyper spam, especially if you use something like the power type, it's so good. You can spam Hyper like crazy. Hyper spam sometimes feels like Monochrome Ray flash spam. Monochrome Ray. The one from Lenin 4. Yeah, it kinda is a little bit like that. Yeah, it definitely is a little bit like that one. Finally, for fuck's sake, holy shit. Nice. Oof, that sure took a while. Damn, 3 hours just in this stage. 3 hours and 35 minutes. Now we are on stage 3. This place again, Whoopi. 47 hours already? Yeah. I mean, I've been playing this game. I think in this game I stream it for like 16 streams. This might be the 17th. So yeah. Sub-upgraded flash also, you understand how you can build up Hyper Gauge. You can build up Hyper Gauge by doing two things. If you pick either Bomber or Strong type, you build up Hyper Gauge by killing enemies and collecting bees when they are green or when they are flashing. If you're using Power mode, you can collect them by killing enemies even when you're Hyper mode, and obviously by picking up bees. That's how it works. I think I like Evacuator more than I do the Hibachi in the Danpachi Resurrection. Yeah, it's definitely a pretty cool boss. Yeah, it is. Shooting enemies and you know, collecting bees. Yeah, holy crap. Does Hibachi activate shield if you use Hyper? No. It only activates shield if you bomb. If you use Hyper, you can just use it however you like. It's a pretty hard unless you're already very good, so it makes sense. Yeah, this game is pretty hard. I guess I'm gonna give this one a couple of tries, but I have to end the stream soon, so it's just gonna be a couple more tries for this one floor, just to see how it feels. So that's the strat against Hibachi's ulti, just Hyper it. Yeah, but the problem is that you're forgetting about a pretty important detail about Hibachi's ulti. Hibachi's ulti, Hibachi spams lasers on the whole screen. So if you try to cancel normal bullets, the lasers are gonna murder you. So it's impossible to cancel bullets without having to worry about the laser. So yeah, the only thing that Hypering will serve for there is basically more damage. spam switching between laser and shot, I don't think you can do that easily. I don't think you can do it fast enough. It's easy to forget just how hard these games are. Then you start thinking most popular games are all very easy since they are designed for as many people as possible. Yeah, I'm just obviously not good enough yet, so obviously a game like this is really hard for me. Wait, oh, I'm supposed to go to the corner, alright. Damn, but that seems like a pretty hard jump. Although I'm probably not supposed to go up there, that's the thing. Yeah, I'm definitely not supposed to go up there. I'm supposed to go there and then to the corner. I gotcha. Then is that a moving platform? I think it is. At least in some places spam switching war. Yeah, in some places, but you gotta understand this is Hibachi we're talking about. Hibachi, the absolute, the ultimate B, is the ultimate B form. Not the ultimate life form, the ultimate B form. So I'm assuming that I have to take the elevator. You have to be kidding me, right? What? Oh, I understand. I'm supposed to elevate that elevator right there. Damn, that's pretty hard. I wonder what's the timing for that. I'm supposed to hurry up once I activate that elevator up there. Oh, well, okay, you do have some time, so it's not that bad. Alright. Well, you really have to hurry up, but could be worse. You also have to do that jump at the first try. I should have pressed down. It was pretty close though. Wasn't enough. Maybe thinking about something, what if someone made a long-inner boss that transforms into Hibachi in phase 2? I don't know. It will be pretty crazy, that's for sure. How is your opinion evolved over the course of the game? I mean, the thing about the game is that the platform is not bad at all, obviously. The problem is that the overall presentation of the game is pretty bad at the start, and it doesn't get good until much later. So, that's already a huge problem, right? But if that wasn't enough, you have this shitty narrator trying to be funny and failing. And the problem with that is that sometimes, like, you're always getting told that, okay, the game is gonna end here. And then you get told, no, it's not gonna end here, it's gonna end here. And then you get told, no, it's not gonna end here, it's gonna end, you know, much farther into the game. And you're like, come on, dude, I'm getting shibated like crazy. And I don't think that's good, because at some point you're kind of like wishing that the game ends, and it just doesn't end. And I feel like that's a pretty cheap way of keeping somebody's attention, right? Like, basically, like if someone told me that the game had 300 390 levels from the start. I don't know if I would have even attempted to do all of that. But since the game basically was advertised at first as a 100 floor games, I was like, alright, that probably is not gonna be that bad. And then all of a sudden, there's 80 more levels. And then after that, there's the same levels but harder. And I'm like, what? Don't worry, this game actually never ends. That's why it's so popular. It has achieved infinity. Damn. But yeah, basically that's my problem. And especially, that was at a time where I really wanted to play Lennon. So the game just kept going and I was like, okay, stop. I wanted to stop. And then when it basically showed me that I had to do the same levels all over again but harder, I'm like, nah, I'm out of here. But, you know, now that I have to wait for Touhou 17, I think this is like the best game to stream because, again, as I said, this game is gonna take a long time, so it's probably gonna be until September 9th for sure. And even if I don't beat it before September 9th, I can drop it without any problem. Have you seen anything about Touhou 17? No. I mean, other than the demo, obviously. But no, I tried to avoid spoilers as much as I could. I still spoil myself, I think, one character design and another one I kinda saw it pretty briefly, but I'm trying to avoid spoilers like crazy, although it's pretty hard to do so. Them already had that new mechanic. If by that new mechanic you mean hyper, yeah, it already had hyper there. I should have drop jump, damn it. What's your thought on that? I'm honestly not a fan of added mechanics in Touhou games. I like Touhou games that are simple, which is the reason why earlier today I was saying that Touhou 6 is such a good game, because it basically has no added mechanics, like it's a pretty clean game. So I'm definitely not a fan of these mechanics, but you know, at least it's not as bad as the UFOs. The UFOs from Touhou 12 are trash, so hopefully, I mean thankfully, this isn't like that. Oh damn, I jumped too late. I think it's pretty annoying survival only runs since it fills the screen and gets used automatically. Yeah, I guess it is a problem for visibility. Yeah. I will see it in action in an actual run when I get my hands on the game in September 9th. I wanna beat this room or floor or whatever, and then I'm gonna end the stream, because I definitely feel like I can beat this room, this floor today. Doesn't look that hard. Nice, there you go. So what the fuck is this? Can you handle this? I don't know. Probably not. Oh, isn't this the one that changes directions? Like the warp changes or something like that. I think it is, right? Also makes no use in Hypers in a survival run much harder since it's actively filling the screen. Also, I hoping one day soon makes Impossible Spellcar 2. Well, I can just say that I'm a pretty big fan of the photo games. So even if it's not exactly Impossible Spellcar, I'm grateful. Because games that you only have to focus about dodging certain patterns are definitely really fun. You don't have to worry about surviving, you just have to worry about specific patterns. So it seems pretty good, yeah. I mean, they are obviously gonna be easy for you, but they are still really fun, at least to me. Okay, I'm gonna leave this for the next stream, although I think this is the one where the warp changes position, right? Like once I get to the warp, it's gonna switch, I'm gonna get Shibated, right? Because if it is, then I'm definitely leaving it for the next stream, but if it's not, I definitely can do it right now. I don't only like playing hard things. Oh, well, in that case, I feel like the photo games are pretty nice. You're gonna have some fun playing them. They definitely feel really good to play. I wanna at least get to the warp. If I get Shibated, I'm just gonna stop, but I can play see things too if it's really good. Well, I think it's more of the fact that, you know, it's kinda like Impossible Spellcar, but it's easier because you need to use the camera, right? So that's why I don't know if you're gonna like it. Damn it. Are you kidding me? Yeah, I knew that. Alright. I almost got it. Fuck. Okay, maybe it is time for me to end the stream regardless. Because if I keep like this, I'm just gonna play 1,000 levels. And it's gonna be one more every time. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end it right here. Because otherwise I'm just gonna keep going and I just can't keep going. I have to end the stream. Oh, by good you mean fun, alright. I thought about one day if I'm good enough speedrunning ISC, no items with no pause buffering. Will that ever happen? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, my throat is dead. I don't know why my throat is so dead, but it is dead. I don't know if it will happen, but I can tell you that if you do try it, it's gonna be a complete pain in the ass. So just be careful. Be careful about your mental sanity while you're attempting that. Alright, is there someone else streaming this? Or am I the only one? I wanna be the guy. Let's see. Oh, we do have some other people. Oh yeah, alright. Guess I could raid this guy. Right? They are still streaming, right? Yeah, they are indeed still streaming. Alright. So I think I'm gonna host or raid that guy. Someone playing Camellia 3. Yeah, I'm gonna host the other one. The one that is playing, I don't know what they are playing, but they are playing something. In any case. I want to thank everyone a lot for watching. The next streams are definitely gonna be this, basically not another needle game. And they are gonna keep going until I either beat the game, get tired of it, or Touhou 17 releases. Any of those three things will basically mean that the run is over. But yeah, I don't know which one is gonna happen first. Obviously, if I have to, end it because Touhou 17 releases, it means that I will probably come back to it sometime in the future. But, at least the next streams are gonna be not another needle game. Good luck, thanks, and again, thanks for watching. Then my throat. And I will see you all on the next stream. So take care. Damn, this is only it's follower only and subscribers only. No, it's follower only. Alright. Well, that's fine. It shouldn't be a problem. Anyway, take care.